from MLRT. This is MLRT Spotlight. I am your host for today. I am Saryu, and we have our guests today with us, Raj and Moksh. How are you guys doing?
You're doing great. How about you, Sarayu?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Doing fine.
Okay, so Club Literati. Today's episode is kind of special because this is the first episode we're shooting which is about a club. And you guys are the first club to actually be in the Spotlight MLRT. So, what do you think about that?
Yeah, we are really great to have this opportunity to come out as a club, to be the first club to come out and share this experience with you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Club Literati. So, when it comes to your club, and I want like a basic overview about your club. As a first year, I know nothing about clubs basically. So, how would you say that to me? Like a basic overview of your club.
Yeah, so basically Club Literati is the literature society of MLR Institute of Technology. It is where all the literature enthusiasts, people who share passion for literature, fiction, and all sorts of things come together to deliver this similar experience to all the participants, all the students of the college. The motto of the club is communicate, compete, and conquer. Literature doesn't have you don't have to be a Shakespeare to enjoy literature. Literature is fun, not only books and letters. We try to bring literature to you in the best ways possible so that you can have fun with literature and play with literature.
For me, when it comes to Club Literati, I would like to show myself to the people. When I came to this college, I was just, okay, hi, hello, yes, no. Now you have been seeing me everywhere in the college. Yeah. That is how I took a transformation when I joined Club Literati. Yeah, that is what it can do to you too.
And I'm sure you've transformed Club Literati in its own ways.
That beautiful journey we are going through right now.
Yeah, everything is about being better than what you are yesterday.
Yes.
The progress is important, not only personally to us, for the club itself. It is not what it was 1 year ago. It has been, it crossed its limits and it went a step higher. At the same time, we along with the club. It is about growing and learning together.
Now, talking about that, how did Club Literati exactly start? Where do you think the idea of the club came from?
Club Literati started around like 8 to 9 years ago.
Yeah, it has a long history. Actually, we are also not sure. But, consulting our super seniors, supposedly we had our 8th club anniversary on the day of Literary Festival.
This year.
So, it's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And clubs, and I'm sure you guys as a club you've grown and progressed so much over the years. What sets you apart from other clubs? We have KAME Club, we have CIE Club. What makes you better?
Yeah, basically, so you can categorize clubs into two kinds. One are technical and one are cultural.
Yes.
If there is some blend in between those two categories, it is Club Literati. Because you get to learn something, you get to socialize with people, you get to increase your skills, enhance your skills, and at the same time you get to have a lot of fun. Because ultimately the people participating in our events share some similar passion towards literature. It might be towards literature, it might be towards the world of fiction, it might be where when people sharing a passion come together, they have a lot of fun. At the same time they learn together, grow together. So that's a really new and unique experience.
Yeah, it is. Now taking like the opposite side of the same coin, what do you think you can learn from other clubs in a way?
Can we take the name of the clubs?
Yeah, sure.
When it comes to CIE, I miss the entrepreneurship they earn from the club. It is a college organization, CIE usually is. And when it comes to KAME Club, the cultural essence they have, the kind of colors they progress with, and the kind of big team they have.
The kind of efforts they put in into each and every event is really phenomenal.
Annual day, pulling off annual day, ecstasy, and traditional day is not at all an easy challenge to come up with.
But at the same time, the Literary Fest was a hit.
Yes.
And I had a lot of fun because VillainCon was very entertaining to me. Treasure Hunt, I couldn't do much because I found like 3 chits.
Designed by me.
3 chits. None of them were related, but it's fine. Next time. There's always a next time.
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
Always. VillainCon was actually introduced this year only.
Yeah, it is a flagship event.
Thought of
Well,
organizing
it was like a very big hit. You should have been there.
this was event which was dedicated a separate day, but as we could not squeeze in with any academic calendar this year, we had to put it in
was supposed to be a separate event, but again, due to the, as you said,
academic calendar,
we had to stuff it into the literary festival, and it didn't seem like a bad idea as well, because as you said, it was a great hit.
Yeah.
And we had to brainstorm to sit particularly on that particular event.
Yes.
So that it doesn't have to feel like a new event where people, they don't generally look at new events. Only if, for example, Treasure Hunt, it happens every year.
Yeah.
So people come up to that event. But making a new event as a hit, as famous as that,
that's a very, you should be proud of that.
Yeah.
So, the core idea of the Club Literati is supposed to be literature, right? Like you told.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, honoring literature and people getting to express themselves in a confident way in forms of TEDx and Literary Fest. MU conduct a lot of events, and I've been to most of your events. So this sort of self-expression, how do you think it helps people later on in life?
Yeah, ultimately it develops your soft skills. Once basically, it's not an event where you just come and go. It's where you have to participate. You have to open up. You have to open up your mind. You have to open up your heart in some events.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it is
very raw.
Yeah, it indulges you in the event.
Yeah, it is.
So
when it comes to MUN, it's usually a 3-day event.
Yeah.
First day, the rookies, when they come and sit in the meeting or with the council, the committee, they will be so underconfident, looking at the people who are like speaking fantastic, who have been preparing like months.
Yeah.
But
I've had the same experience.
they come the second day. It's the same rookies who have been listening to them on the first day. They come the second day.
Yeah.
They present a fantastic speech. They get the confidence of showing why can't we do this, because that is what Club Literati gives you.
Yeah. So you guys are promoting literature in a way.
Yeah.
And like you said, Shakespeare and everything. And this is essentially an English literature sort of thing.
Yes.
Did you think about incorporating other languages? Like,
yeah, see, literature is not limited to a particular language.
exactly,
Yes.
yeah.
Any language has its own literature. And we have an event in literary festival called Slam Poetry, or
Find Your Voice.
Find Your Voice.
This year.
So where it is basically, you can take up a poem or a song which is existing, and you can put up your version of it. You can add musicals to it, and language is not a barrier.
Okay.
Because ultimately literature
You can show
doesn't
off
have-
your own culture, you
Yeah.
can show off your own...
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you were saying?
I was saying Club Literati is not only about literature. When people hear the name Club Literati, they think about a lot of things in their brain, like as you have named some poet like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Club Literati. Oh, it doesn't suit us.
Maybe
We are
it is for the posh English
posh
speaking
people. It is
of
for
the
a high
village.
class people. No, it is not like that. Literature is for everyone, but Club Literati name doesn't represent totally by itself. When you come into the club, you see people who are very good at artwork, who are good at handling events, who are good at handling a team of people, who are good at leadership skills, who are good at speaking, who are good at managing
So
a
it's
lot
everything.
of things.
Yeah,
Yes.
ultimately
Everything.
anything is not a one-man army. If you
Yes.
want to
Yeah.
conduct an event, you need to have administration, you need to have logistics,
Finances.
you need to have the decorating team, you have to have the graphic designing team, the
marketing.
content
So
writing
I'm pretty
team.
sure you have all these teams,
Yes,
all
yes, we
these
do.
sections in your team.
Yeah.
So how does it work? Do you have like politics going on in your own kind of a thing, hierarchy?
One thing we have decided on is we shall not have any kind of hierarchy in our club, which keeps us united. When there is a hierarchy, as this is not a government or we don't follow any kind of a rule, we don't have a constitutional book where
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
so nobody will follow us.
Just if you have to answer someone at the end of the day, just because you have to answer, you're working. We don't want that kind of work.
Everybody should be
You have
answerable
freedom.
to everyone.
See, you have freedom. If you're willing to work, you work. Or
Yes.
else,
Yeah. Okay.
freedom. We have the freedom, and also, generally juniors call seniors Anna, Akka, and all.
No, in our club, it's by
everyone
name.
is addressed by name. Everyone has their own.
That's a
voice.
good thing. That's a very
We
good
make
thing.
sure that everyone speaks in English in the club. We make sure the club is tidy. We make sure
We have a set of rules.
Well
and
organized.
a very long list of
Okay.
rules everybody has
Yeah.
to follow who are in the
Okay.
club. Yeah, that incorporates a little bit of discipline in them too, when they are, and makes them a little responsible, not only for the club or while they are working for any event. They become a little answerable.
Yeah.
Ultimately, rules are what makes us different from other beings.
Yes.
That's true.
That's what gives us discipline. It gives us meaning, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is what we try to inculcate in our club.
Now,
Club Literati is like official English club of MLRIT.
now your seniors, I'm pretty sure they've had their own way of doing things, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And were you okay with that? Like, did you?
See, ultimately, club literati in the sense literature events. But sometimes to bring the people into the world of literature, you have to offer them something in return.
in
Yeah.
return.
So that agreement was it has been different with our seniors before, and we are trying to bring in more audience
Okay.
to by providing them something like musical nights or
Socially.
Yeah,
socials.
social events.
So that
people will be more interested
Yeah,
that way.
exactly.
When it came to my experience in second year, I would like to
Mhm.
share it. Like third years, whenever we gave an idea, we were very enthusiastic, very excited to do events. We had a hell number of ideas. Everything was in brain. We go and dump it to them. They were like, "No, this won't work. We are a literature club."
Yeah.
They were like that.
Yeah. So
Like,
like they
the
were very
flexibility,
narrow-minded.
It's
in a way.
not
narrow-minded.
They had their way of things.
Okay.
That flexibility was a bit
Okay.
less. It
Yes.
was there, but it
Yeah.
was a bit less.
Yes.
We expanded that flexibility so that we can bring in more number of audience into our events.
We
Okay,
can
that makes
diversify the club.
Yeah.
We can take it to the people, make it for the people. Yeah.
That's a good thing.
This time, if you have seen our Instagram handles, we have shared a
We
little
went
bit of
outside our limits.
Yes.
For the promotions, trying memes.
yeah. Actually, we
And
did
having Red Bull as a sponsor is not a very easy thing to do.
Red Bull is sole sponsor for Club Literati. Whenever you come to
Yeah,
our
we have very
events,
good ties with Red Bull
Red Bull.
actually.
Actually,
Ah.
all thanks to our seniors who have been
Ah.
doing this.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
It's like
When you travel with a person for too long, that cooperation, the rapport.
And your qualities get shifted to each other and you become like
easily
You became a designer.
a little bit. It's like whenever we go for any promotion for any kind of event into a classroom, it's me and Moksh.
okay.
It is sure that we will get registration from that classroom.
We have each other's backs actually. Suppose like literature festival has 8 events. He misses an event. I back on with him. And if I miss an event, he takes care of it. Ultimately, we don't miss anything. We manage to cover up all the events.
Hand in hand. There's a proverb, I forgot.
The perfect combo.
Yeah, I've had, okay.
Talk Masters is a separate student club body. I'm the president for that.
So it doesn't come under literary.
Yeah, it is under.
It is under.
It is a student chapter body.
Body under
Club
Club
Literati
Literati.
is a literature society.
Society, body, okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So is there anything else like that? So ME1 is kind of like that, I guess?
No.
No.
That is an event. But
Okay.
Talk Masters was really.
It's a student body where we conduct regular activities for Talkmaster sessions. It is a simulation of Toastmasters actually, where we would be adapting to Toastmasters soon. But as long as we get the good response from the college and people get adapted to these sessions, we are running it with the name of Talkmasters.
So when is it gonna start?
The activities are going on actually.
You remember guys coming to your classrooms at seminar
Yeah.
hours?
Yeah, I haven't been attending my seminar.
Yeah.
I know that.
But
Guys, note this: you have to attend your seminar.
Seminars.
yes, you have
Please
to.
do.
Because that is how they are taking in people for the talk masters.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a chance of getting one step closer to us.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
So our members visit your class.
Yeah.
They listen to your seminar. They give you the points which you need to. And if you're doing good in your thing, they will make you step forward and break your limits. Actually, push your limits.
And so far, how has it been going?
It has not been going that great this time because we had this literary festival,
Okay,
which
yeah,
was
so you've
planned in
been-
March, but ended up in
Yeah,
July.
ultimately we are coming up with our recruitment soon. Actually, this was not supposed to be revealed to everyone, but
Yes.
we are going to have a solid recruitment soon, and everything is going to be strict, not
Okay.
like how it
So
is
for the
before.
people watching
Yeah.
and
Yes.
the people who want to join
Yes.
Club Literati, what do you advise?
Be yourself. Bring your real self to us.
Yeah, ultimately you don't have to be a master at anything, because ultimately no person
Yeah.
will be born as a perfect guy in any skill.
Yeah.
It is ultimately the journey where you learn everything along the
Come,
journey.
come with an enthusiasm.
Only that dedication, the discipline and the respect towards the club is what is expected from the people who are willing to join. Nothing else is expected.
Everything will provide.
Yeah.
That's a good advice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, diving deeper into each of the events.
Of Literary Festival.
Yeah, the Literary Festival. We've got, you wanted to go for the book basketball match.
test
Let's
match.
start with that because you seem very excited for that.
Yeah, actually it was my very own event. So book basketball death match. So literature events, the ultimate idea of Literature Festival is to bring you guys out of your classrooms to have some fun outside. But that doesn't mean we'll put you in another classroom. So what if I told you we have a literature event on the basketball court?
It's like a great combination of sports and
literature.
Also literature.
What if you had a literature event on the basketball court?
Yeah.
How is that experience going to be?
Like a mind-boggling event.
Yeah.
Suspense.
The game has its own currency.
Oh.
You have your own currency where you'll be earning that currency, you'll be spending that currency to do some activities, and you can trade those currency. It is a very great event.
All your idea.
Yeah, mine.
You seem very proud. I can see that. Okay. And Find Your Voice. Find Your Voice is like a very popular event too.
Find Your Voice is a very popular event for the people who write some secret poems.
Secret superstars.
Yes. Actually, who has their own stories.
Innate talent.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they fear to come out and speak out to people or recite it out. They keep it for themselves. But this event gives them a chance. In any language they can come out. For this, actually, we only had 3 languages this year, like Telugu, Hindi and English. But most of them came out English as usual, as it was a literary festival. Yeah. Any poetry will work, or if you are working on any song, you like any song and you want to alter with the lyrics, you want to put in your own, it's all your wish.
See, ultimately everything is an inspiration taken from some other thing.
Yes.
It doesn't.
What do you mean?
See, if suppose you're writing a movie.
Okay.
Huh?
Oh yeah, you're inspired from somewhere else, and it goes around in a circle.
Everything is inspired from something.
And you're trying to, make people inspired in a way.
Yeah.
What are we left with? What are
we are not even done with half of the events.
We just done 3?
That's 3. Okay. My bad.
Go to VillainCon this time.
VillainCon, yeah.
VillainCon is a brand new event.
She participated in VillainCon. Why don't you
I will tell you my experience. Okay.
Yeah.
So VillainCon, I thought it was more like me dressing up as a character. And something like that. That is what I initially thought.
Achha, you thought it was a Halloween night.
Yeah,
Fancy
kind
dress
of
competition.
Like Hellenic kind of a thing.
Okay.
But no, it wasn't that. But they gave me a topic. I was like, give me the most controversial topic you could find.
Okay.
And they gave me some topic about suicide, and I have to...
So, which villain were you portraying?
Okay, I wanted to go for Light Yagami.
Oh, nice.
From, and they asked me to speak about that character and defend that character as a whole. And then they gave me a topic saying, people who are depressed should just commit suicide.
Oh, wow. That's
Very dark.
Topic.
I don't think we can put that in here, but okay.
We can discuss.
We'll censor it, it's fine.
Ah.
But I was defending that
Mhm.
very much, and people liked it. They were like very relatable, apparently.
You have the equipment to support that statement. Being a light Yagami.
Yeah, exactly. It was perfect for me.
Yeah.
And there were like a lot more darker topics, I guess, and people enjoyed it as a whole.
Yeah. So from our side, the basic idea was to assemble all the villains from all the worlds of fiction under one roof.
Okay.
How energetic is that room going to be?
Our promoting statement was like how if Rolex and Thanos come and sit together and discuss on drug abuse.
Interesting.
Yes.
That is interesting. Yeah.
VillainCon was like that. It was
Fight for the superior villain, I guess.
yes.
Yeah.
So which villain won in the end?
I mean, villains. Not that much focus was on the villains, but more on the topics.
Yes,
In
that's
that sense,
what we
ultimately,
wanted.
who is the best villain?
Yeah. Ultimately, it was. Probably I shouldn't be saying this because this guy didn't disclose his character, but it's that villain from Chota Bheem.
Chota Bheem.
Which
Chota Bheem has a villain.
Chota Bheem has a witch.
A villain. He's a monster. I think we're getting out of topic here.
Kirmada.
Yeah, that guy.
I know Chota Bheem.
I have no idea who is Kirmada.
That guy won.
Kirmada.
Yeah.
Guys, see, like small people, like small kids, you're not wasting your time watching.
Yeah, you're not. Watch Doraemon, watch Chota Bheem. All
because ultimately you have a chance of winning at VillainCon. beating all the multinational villains from across the world.
Literally from Chota Bheem.
Yeah. Jai Pogo.
Thanos who?
Yeah, who is Thanos?
Okay. Bookathon. You know, I've always been an avid reader myself.
Oh wow.
Yes,
See?
it's great. It really is. But
What is your favorite genre?
my it used to be fiction, but then I went to like non-fiction, classic books, something very depressing.
Oh,
Maturity when hits.
Yeah, and like the existential crisis hits. Yeah. So I've been wanting to participate in Bookathon myself. So what would you say it is?
Our statement starts with
a date with a book.
yeah.
Ah,
How many of you are
interesting.
dating
Interesting.
here? What if we provide you someone who can date you?
But
Or you
it's
can
an
date
imaginary
Yeah.
character inside a book.
Yes.
Yeah, basically
exactly.
you'll spend certain amount of time with the book, and then you
Trying
have to
understanding it.
suppose you were the author of that book. What would be your version of it? Could the ending have been better? Could the character description could have been better? The story twist could have been better? What could have been better?
Or you could even change the whole book.
Yeah.
The entire ending.
Yeah. You
Yes.
could give your perception and your version of that book. That is Bookathon.
It's interesting. That is very interesting. And did you guys participate in this?
No.
For
We are the organizers.
Yeah.
okay.
How do we
See,
get to participate?
the 2019 Litfest happened when we were in our 12th class.
Okay.
And then we had lockdown.
So you guys never had the opportunity to experience any of this. That is so sad, man. That
See
is
guys,
so sad.
we don't have the opportunity to participate. You
But
guys
you
have.
guys
to.
have.
Yeah, you guys
You guys are lucky actually.
very lucky.
Getting to hear us actually.
We have the Litrivia too.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
people are very into fiction, and you've got Marvel, you've got DC, and you've got
Every universe. out
every
there.
universe out there. And you know, people fight to say that
I'm
I
the
know
best fan.
everything. Yeah, I know everything. I'm the best fan. You've seen fans like that, right? Who think they know everything.
Yes.
So this is majorly for fans like
Yeah,
that.
this is a platform where you can come and openly fight that I'm the best fan. Prove yourself.
Our advertisement for Litrivia would be like, do you think you're wasting your time? Do you think you're wasting your time watching Netflix,
Do you think
Amazon Prime,
do you-
anime?
Do you think you're
No.
a diehard
But you
fan?
can win here.
Yes.
Even though you did that there, you can win here.
See, everyone can say that I'm a Marvel fan. But what if you had a competition with all the Marvel fans out there and you had a chance to be the best fan? Litrivia provides you that opportunity.
Imagine the ego boost.
Yeah.
for the-
Exactly.
yeah.
How can he be the great fan? No, I am the greatest.
Yeah. So in Treasure Hunt, I personally participated along with Deepthi there. And
Proud participant.
basically, see, we went in very strong-minded. We were like, okay, we will win this thing.
Kar denge.
Yeah, yes. But then we got 3A, 4B, and R.
Huh? You're telling your
I laugh at this because
Sri Chaitanya classic 3A, 3B.
True, yeah. I mean, then we came up to you saying, we didn't want to disclose this information. Okay? We said we got R, but we didn't say how we got R.
It was just you brainstorming where is the shit, where is the shit.
just like finding random places in the oh mil gaya paper.
It is like doing a hide and seek with the chips. It's not like you're
No,
mentally.
but like we actually used our brain. But like, we found 2 in the scooty.
Scooty, yeah.
Scooty?
Yeah.
Acha, we did not put any chicks in the scooty. Maybe some participants made their own chicks and put them in their scooty.
It was
We are
not in
not,
the scooty.
we are not responsible for any scooty.
Okay. We thought the answer was in the scooty, so we just...
See, the
We
last
went
time what
on.
happened was one of the club members, we put some chits in his scooty and the next day there was no scooty there. Only the parts of the scooty were there. So this time we decided that there was no, like we were not putting any chits in any
No
any
vehicles,
cycles.
no parking, nothing like that.
Okay.
The whole street was stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bike was kind of open.
Yeah.
Bechara.
Don't say car next time, okay?
Kara.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
No, no
We'll
vehicle.
break it
We don't touch the
We did not
vehicles,
take
sir.
such a risk.
Okay.
after
No,
last
not
last
at all.
edition.
So what is a treasure hunt truly about?
Treasure hunt, from the name itself, it says, right? Treasure, fighting for the treasure. Like we have certain stages where we give you a leading clue. We hand it out to you, and after that you need to find like 5-6 levels of clues, and then it will ultimately lead you to the treasure.
So what is the
and-
treasure hunt exactly?
Yeah,
Treasure
this
is treasure.
What was the treasure this year? I never knew
We
the
cannot
treasure.
disclose that.
See, Treasure is...
Is it treasure hunter?
See, treasure is different for different people.
Okay.
For some it might be money.
This sounds...
For some it might be
It
something
sounds like
else.
you're bullshitting me somehow.
No. Treasure is there.
Okay.
Like treasure is very
See,
treasure.
the person who won will find out what his version of treasure is and will give them that treasure.
Simple.
So if I want like a Oreo shake as a treasure.
Yeah.
No.
It is better for us. Oreo shake is very cheap.
Oreo, we can... No, yeah, Oreo shake is like not even 0.0001% of treasure.
Of the cash prize which we give.
Yeah.
What is the cash prize?
No, sorry. Winners know that. You can winners, please contact Shirayo.
Yeah, please.
You
I
might
wanna
be
know.
sitting here and sharing your treasure and experience the next time. Being the proud winners of Literati
Yeah,
Festival.
you can. Now going on to the MUN.
MUN.
MUN,
Yeah.
Model United Nations.
Yes.
It is a very hard event to organize, I'm pretty sure, with EVs and shares and whatnot, and having people all over from other colleges to come inside, having a tie-up with other colleges. That is very hard to manage, and I've heard people talk about how hard it's been because I've talked to the OC committee in the MUN, and they were struggling throughout the event. So what was your experience, and what is MUN exactly?
MUN is a simulation of Model United Nations. You have different committees in the United Nations where one committee where different countries come together and discuss about the security concerns. That is your Security Council. And then you have a General Assembly where general affairs are discussed. And then you have a Human Rights Committee where the issues related to human rights are taken care of. So this is generally United Nations, Model United Nations, and then we have our very own committee called Lok Sabha, the most energetic, energetic committee. So basically this is MUN, where students get the opportunity to represent the diplomats of other countries, represent the leaders, the MLAs, and the representatives of the government.
And through this, I'm sure people, get a lot of knowledge on different kinds of areas. Like, you get a topic, you get a theme for every MUN. And you research a lot about it to make sure, you are the best. You have awards at the end, right? Best delegate.
Special mention.
Yeah.
Honorary mention.
Organizing MUN is very tedious, I'm sure. So, all that frustration, you can let it out now into the audience.
It was kind of let out in December, I guess.
Yeah, see, once you look at the third day of MUN, you look at people talking, the
Look at the
feedback and
success
all.
you get.
You don't remember the hard work, you don't remember the efforts which you put in.
Anything.
Ultimately, the feedback, what you get is priceless.
Exactly.
So, how exactly did you organize it?
The background work started right before 2-3 months, where you have to drop in mails to the Hyderabad MUN circuit, where you have to get the executive boards. So once the executive boards are set, then you have to look at your organizing committee. If it is not strong enough, you have to recruit from the other colleges so that you have a good number of participants coming in. So we were confident enough that we don't require any organizing committee members from the other colleges, and we took care of all the promotions work, and it went really great. We had first years just came in. It was around November.
It was their
first
event, and it was a very big event.
Because I remember when I walked into this college for the admission thing, the first thing I saw was MUN.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's register for this.
Yeah.
The first 3 days
the timeline was a bit, in our favor, and we were glad to pull it off actually.
And it's like that. And when it comes to organizing committee, as it was a new MUN, it was very new to us. We didn't even have any experience of MLRT MUN in particular.
Because there has been a long gap.
Yes, because of this COVID and MUN was online the last edition. So we did not have any kind of idea. Everything we had to do from the scratch, and we had to learn things. And we made our juniors make sure, like, they knew everything about MUN, what are the councils, what are the committees, what are the people going to come, how do you give them the how to provide them the hospitality. Everything matters because it decides the pride of the MLRIT.
It was a learning process for all of us, not only our juniors, for us as well.
At the end, you managed to pull it off.
Yeah,
we kind of managed to pull it off. We did not execute it the way we wanted to. Like, every event is like that. You have an idea, you have a vision towards executing it, but when you look at the end, the internal matters, what happened, how you dealt with the administration, how problems you faced all together as a club. But to the audience outside of the Club Literati doesn't know any pain gone into or any kind of a thing went into the event or the efforts. We thought we think about 100%, but we only manage it to 50%, and that's 100% success to the audience.
But all the efforts, they are going to be recognized right now, so
Yeah.
don't worry about that.
Thanks to you again.
Spotlight.
End it here. This is Rajkumar and Mokshanand,
Yes.
and they are the faces of Club Literati. If you guys are interested in participating in the Club Literati itself, if you think you have an innate talent of your own into joining, into making poetry or storytelling, or if you have great oratory skills, you should join it for sure. What is your motto again?
Communicate, compete, and conquer.
Yes. So keeping this in mind, they have their Instagram page of their own, which is called
MLI
Club Literati.
where you have updates for each and every event, and if you want to get recruited, you should check that out too. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.